Hey guys, today I'll be doing a full review of the new SenHuan Mars 3x3. When I first got this cube, my first impressions were that it's definitely a heavy cube compared to the others that I own, and it's definitely very bumpy and needed some lube. Now on the outside it does look a whole lot like the Weilong GTS, but it feels very different. Now that I've been using it for a few days, here's my full review. Now I'm going to be doing something a little different for this review and do a voiceover with some solves so you can see how the cube performs during actual solves. I've seen some other cubers doing this in their reviews and I really like the format, so I wanted to try it out for myself. Now, if you like this new format, let me know in the comments section. Maybe I'll do it again. And if you don't like this new format, let me know in the comments section and I won't do it again. So anyway, let's get on to some solves with this cube.
The SenHuan Mars does have really good corner cutting, but not as good as most of the other newer cubes. I don't have any way to measure the exact angles, though I read a review on Reddit that said that it was just a degree or two less than the Weilong GTS. Now, from my experience with this cube, I find that pretty hard to believe. There's a wide area where it can lock up, and I've actually had quite a few lockups while solving this cube. And the fact that this cube is very flexible and can distort out of shape, combined with the frequent lockups, makes this cube much more likely to have pieces pop out than some other cubes. Now, one of the first things I noticed about it is how flexible it is. The Mars just seems to want to slip right out of my hands and contort out of shape with just the slightest touch. And after looking closely at the cube, I realized the edges are shaped slightly weird, so when you got the cube lined up perfectly, the edges actually stick up just a little bit taller than the corners. And when you make a turn, the edge piece slides down along the corner of the centerpiece, and this makes the cube very bumpy and also makes it more prone to lockups since it doesn't like to stay perfectly aligned. Now, I've tried loosening and tightening the tensions and added more or less lube and various different weights, and I just can't find a way to make this cube work for me. The best I found is what's in it right now and what's in it for this video, which is tighter tensions with Traxxas 50K lube in the core and a drop or two of Maru lube in the pieces, which makes it just a little bit smoother than it was out of the box and also helped with the popping since it's got a little bit tighter tensions now. But honestly, the difference is barely noticeable, and right there you can see that I had a really bad lockup during that solve. Now, as for positive aspects of this cube, it appears to be well made and durable. Pieces are made of a very strong plastic, which honestly could probably be run over by a truck without breaking. And the stickers are very thick as well, and I'm sure it would take a lot of use before they even started to chip. And honestly, I doubt if they'd ever chip at all because they're just about as thick as my fingernail. And the Mars is also a very fast cube, and so for me, it's actually too fast, and I had to use quite a bit of 50K lube on the core to slow it down. Now, also, I've never had a corner twist on this cube, and it's actually pretty hard to twist the corners even when I'm trying to, so I don't think it's ever going to have a corner twist accidentally. I'm actually getting decent times with this cube, not much worse than my average, and the very last solve on this video is a new personal best single time for me because of a PLL skip, but I really just don't enjoy using this cube as much as the Volk or the GTS, and for me, having a cube that I enjoy the feel of it is at least as important, if not more important, than having a cube that's really fast or something like that, because I want to solve the cube. So anyway, that's about all I had to say about this cube, so let's finish up this solve and come back for my final thoughts.
So overall, if you like a cube that's very bumpy and a little heavy and very solid, not going to have any corner twists or anything like that, then this could be the cube for you. Now, for me, the cons outweigh the pros on this one. So let's take a look real quick. I'm turning it with even tension and trying to turn it, with even pressure, and you can see just how jerky that is in its movement. And that's after I lubed it. So for me, that's kind of a deal breaker. And like I said, it is a bit heavier and it has locked up on me quite a bit, and it has had a couple of pops when I'm solving with it. So for me, that just makes it not worth it in my opinion. It is a little bit cheaper than the Weilong GTS or the Volk 3 or the Gans Air, but if you can afford to spend the extra couple of dollars, I would definitely recommend going with one of those instead of this one. And if you're on a tight budget, there are some really good budget cubes available that honestly, in my opinion, are far better than the SenHuan Mars. I will actually be doing a review shortly of the SenHuan Fangyuan, which is this one right here, and in my opinion, this is a far better cube. It's honestly almost as good as some of the very high-end cubes, and it's actually cheaper than the SenHuan Mars. So for my money, I would go with the SenHuan Fangyuan over the Mars any day. So like I said, be on the lookout for that review coming soon. And in the meantime, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel. Maybe you leave me a comment in the comments section. Let me know what you think about it. And thanks for watching.